2019 season, and now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past, and tonight we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the champions from the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis, happy to be with you. And Charles, many had ordained the Kansas City Chiefs to be the best team in the NFL coming into the season, and now here they are, one game away from their first Super Bowl title since Super Bowl IV 50 years ago.
And we'll get to that in just a minute, but how about this? This is their 5th straight playoff appearance. They went to overtime with New England in the AFC title game last year. Remember, they were down big at the half, came all the way back and had a chance to win, lost in overtime. Finally climbed that mountain and got back. And do you remember Super Bowl IV against Minnesota? Remember Hank Stram as their coach? On the sidelines, mic'd up for the first time. That really gave us a lot of what we have now with NFL films. What a terrific performance by that Kansas City team, and they blew away the Vikings in that game.
Meanwhile, the Minnesota Vikings are back in the big game for the 5th time in franchise history, but we all know one thing has eluded them all these years.
And that's an actual Super Bowl victory, partner. They're 0-4 in their previous visits, Super Bowls 4, 8, 9, and 11. And boy, they had some great teams too, didn't they? Bud Grant was their head coach, Fran Tarkenton a quarterback, Alan Page and the Purple People Eaters on defense. They were all Hall of Famers. And don't forget Paul Krause. He's a very proud member of that great secondary they had. So we're going back more than 40 years since their last visit. You think the state of Minnesota is excited about this one? I know they are. They're ready to get this one going.
Cook following the penalty. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll run here. Abdullah. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 11. A quick throw out line caught by Robinson. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes now to throw. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a long play, and he takes off with it. It's a fake. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 25 yards that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a long night.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Cousins now from the 50. He finds his man Johnson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 6-0 our score after 1.
In your face. Mike, 53.
On second down, it's Cook. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Third and long for Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 42 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Bailey got the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. This one taken from the 7. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. And now here comes Kansas City. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 29, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Let's go, baby.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Mahomes eluding the... And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A reminder coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Taking it about the 16. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and inches, Mahomes. Yeah, he's going to keep it here. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
And Diggs has it. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here's a 4-receiver look.